Hello and welcome to this edition of Tiger Broadcast. I'm Reagan Clark.
And I'm Aaliyah Rowland. On this edition of Tiger Broadcast, we will take a sneak peek on how one future Tiger is running a small business.
We'll take a look at the class of 2020 and see how they've adjusted to the pandemic.
Stay tuned for all this and more on this edition of Tiger Broadcast.
It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Running a small business at any age can be difficult, but in this package, Olivia McKee and Erica Dickinson show us how one PLMS student does it all.
Living in a virtual environment isn't always easy, but one PLMS student has found a way to get creative at home.
I make wire rings, so here's one of my ring of the months that goes to charity, and then I also make just singular like crystal rings like that. I make them with wire and I put the bead on them and I wrap it around my ring sizer.
Caroline has found a hobby of sorts.
I started it at the beginning of January of 2021, and I really just started it because I was bored in quarantine and doing Google Meets all day.
In less than a month, Caroline's small business has blossomed.
I've sold 25 rings. I also started selling rings where 50% of the proceeds go to a different charity each month. So this month is Black Girls Code, and it helps young Black women start learning computer sciences.
Because of her generous donations, many customers have become fond of her handmade rings.
They're really cute and they go with everything. Like you can get them as gifts too.
I like whenever I get to see the people that buy them like have the rings on and like enjoy them.
The gift of giving may become part of her future when she becomes an LSHS Tiger.
I definitely will through high school, and I guess if my business gets big enough, then yeah, I will continue with it past then. But as of right now, it's just a little side thing I do.
Willing to continue this in the future? Caroline has some goals she is setting for herself.
I hope I get more orders, and I hope I get probably more followers on Instagram and maybe some bigger accounts to buy from me and show off my jewelry. I think that would be pretty cool.
Designing a ring around her future, Caroline pursues her goals with high hopes. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Erica Dickinson.
When you think of sports, ice skating might not be the first one to come to mind. But in this next segment, Emma Perry and Aaliyah Rowland shows us how one student manages her way to glide through it all.
Many of us are familiar and even participate in the regular sports offered through high school programs. But one Lee Summit High School student in particular is involved in a unique sport outside of school.
Synchronized skating, it is a group of skaters, and my team has about 15, and they skate in unison, both connected and disconnected to a routine with music.
Outside of Lee Summit High School, Lily has found a passion for competing on the ice.
A day at a competition, usually it's multiple days because we will fly or drive, so we'll have a travel day, and then we'll have a practice in the morning, and then we're basically at the rink the entire day, and then we skate, and then we see how we placed, and then we usually go out to dinner after that.
Ice skating pushes the athletes in a way that other sports don't.
What makes ice sports unique is, well, that they're on ice. So wearing ice skates and using the push and the glide across the ice to create movement as opposed to running creates a completely different form of sport.
I like how challenging it is and how there's always something to learn. So like once you learn a single jump, you can learn a double jump and so on, and it constantly gets harder.
These individual skills help Lily and her teammates prepare for their synchronized routines.
During a routine in competition, we have like parts of the routine that we're disconnected and then parts of the team that we're like connected, either like as the whole team or like in pairs or in like groups.
KC Illusion, Lily's ice skating team, has become a community for Lily and many other skaters.
Because I love seeing how the skaters progress through their skating career and transition from, a young skater who's barely moving all the way up through their senior year.
I like being able to skate with my friends and just like we encourage each other, and traveling with them and going on the trips and competitions is always really fun.
Through skating, Lily has found a sense of belonging with her team along with the sport that she loves. Reporting for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Aaliyah Rowland. Reagan Clark shows us how one Lee Summit senior's life has been impacted through her love for music.
The building blocks of an educational career can come in many forms. For some students, the foundation comes from a musical instrument.
I started band in 5th grade. I started on trumpet. In middle school band, they kind of switched to other instruments, and horn is one of them, so I switched from trumpet to horn then.
Senior horn player Emma Bauman has kept up with her musical career ever since her days at Pleasant Lee. The switch seemed to be the right choice all these years later.
I've really loved all parts of band, like being in symphonic band. It's my favorite class. I get to start the day with it, which is really awesome. Going to school, band is one of those things that it keeps me going to school because I get to wake up every morning and go straight there, and it's super fun, and it's something I've missed a lot.
Outside of the classroom, she finds joy in the serenity of her horn.
It kind of feels like you're just making music with your whole being, and that's just really cool to me. I would say that it's an escape because it's like some time that I get with myself to better myself, but also sometimes it's just to relax or to just feel happy playing something that I love.
Emma's passion for music may be part of her future.
The first time I said something about it, it was at all-state auditions my sophomore year. I was sitting at lunch with my mom, and I was kind of thinking well, I actually I think I might want to do performance. I might want to pursue this. Over the next couple of years, throughout junior year, I was okay, yeah, this is really what I want to do.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows for a young player to venture into the world of college-level music education.
I'm applying to schools right now for a performance degree, which means that I hope to play professionally, and my goal would be to play in a symphony orchestra. Some of the schools that I'm applying to are very competitive, and I would say the audition process is particularly rigorous. To record and re-record little things, I've spent hours and hours over the past month, and that has been, it's been huge, and it really kind of brings in this aspect of wanting perfection and feeling the pressure of not getting things right.
Although it may be difficult, if a player has the passion, it's definitely worth the process.
Do this if there's just nothing else you can imagine doing, and that's really how I feel. The thought of not playing anymore makes me sick. I can't handle it. And I just don't know what else I really would do that I love doing so much. It just feels like I'm doing what's made for me, what I'm meant to do.
Signing out for Tiger Broadcast?
Yeah,
This is Reagan Clark.
In this next segment, we'll dive deeper into the meaning of this month with reporter Selena Dotran and photographer Lena Wen.
As many know, February is a month of many holidays, but there is one celebration that lasts the entire month, and some may argue should last all year long.
We have celebrating the Black community in general. It doesn't have to be the past or the present. I think it's just everything as a whole. What the Black community has done for so many years, it's amazing. What we went through, it's sad, but how we overcame everything, what we're doing now to make sure things are looking up for us in the future is amazing.
For Amara Love, this month is recognized most commonly on social media and other platforms, but she believes that this month should be recognized offline as well.
To be talked about, something that needs to be learned, because these are the people that you're working with. These are the people that you see on TV, things like that, and it's good to know the background of where they come from and the struggles that they go through.
Whether it's in school or self-taught, it's important that everyone celebrates this month. You can do that by simply tuning in to the Black History Month Film Fest, or even taking a trip down to Kansas City to see the Black History Live Museum. Reporting for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Selena Deltran.
Have you ever wanted to join Tiger Broadcast? In this next segment, we'll show you how.
Want to learn more about Tiger Broadcast? This is who we are.
Say your name and your grade.
I'm Kelly Johnson, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Luke Rule, and I'm a sophomore.
I am Lena Nguyen, and I'm a junior.
Alyssa Air, and I'm a senior.
What made you ever want to join Intro?
I took broadcasting in 8th grade, and I kind of found a passion for it. I thought it was really fun.
Well, when I was in 8th grade, I saw one of the Tiger broadcast packages.
When the high schoolers came to talk to us about broadcasting, it really excited me.
And I just thought it looked really cool.
I kind of decided, hey, this looks fun, and let's try it.
I think my favorite part about being in film is definitely just the creative aspect.
It allows me to be creative during the day when I have so many very technical classes.
It's a warm and loving environment.
And seeing the hard work pay off.
Because Elaine is always not just worrying about the projects and deadlines that we have to finish, but worrying about your personal life.
Miss McDonald is a great teacher.
She's just the sweetest lady ever.
And I don't think I would be as successful in the program if it was not for her.
The people in film and broadcast, it's like a family. They're so open, they're so welcoming, they're so friendly, and I feel so at home and like I belong when I'm with them.
Be a part of our story. Be a part of our story.
Be a part of our story.
Be a part of our story.
Be a part of our story.
Be a part of our story.
Be a part of our story.
Interested in joining Tiger Broadcast? Visit us at www.tigerbroadcast.com and fill out our Google application.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Tiger Broadcast. For packages and more, visit www.tigerbroadcast.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at TBTV8Tigers. Once again, I'm Reagan Clark. And I'm Aaliyah Rowland. See you next time, Tigers.
At the beginning of...
We talked about something that needs
to a routine with music.
And symphonic band.
All sunshine and rainbows for a young
And then